When we first came to Zundert, I had no idea what we would discover. What we found was a community driven by art. We were welcomed into a unique world where everyone was focused on one goal.
When you're in Zundert, you grow up with it. As a child, you know, like when you're 2 or 3 years old, and you start helping with picking the flowers. You with your grandparents, you're taken to the tent, you're taken to the flower field.
People grow up with the Corso, and they automatically pass it to next generations. And we are proud to say that the largest dahlia parade in the world.
Zundert and dahlias, it's one. There is no other flower that's so related to Zundert than the dahlia.
Het is begonnen 80 jaar geleden, 80 years ago. Het is gegroeid tot deze kwaliteit. Dus ook ontwerpers zoeken steeds meer naar kwaliteit. En het is niet te vergelijken met een traditioneel corso, maar het is, zoals ik net al eerder zei, echt een corso wat neigt naar kunst.
In the first place, we do this because we want to do it, not because we want to show the world something. We do this because it's fun, continuing the tradition and making it, if possible, bigger.
It's very nice to see young and old are working together. The one is a lawyer, the other is a baker. You've got some people who work in the supermarket, but in the Corso tent they're all the same.
It all starts as, you know, this habit that came around every year and just grew along the way. It's about connecting people together, because now in Zundert there are 20 different floats coming to the Corso, so there's 20 neighborhoods that all compete against each other, but at the end they're all helping each other building that one single Corso.
Het gevoel van samen zijn en samen wat maken wat dan uiteindelijk een trots gevoel moet opleveren.
For us, it's normal to do it and to spend your whole summer in the tent. But from people who don't do it, they say, you don't get paid, and it's in your DNA, I think, in your veins.
You have to have another way to earn your living, and this you do in your spare time. Flower Parade has a certain effect on young people. Many young men and women want to be a designer. That's something like an honor to do. It's a lot of hard work, but seen as an honor. And I know of at least 10 people that became artists because of the Flower Parade. Sometimes even getting a nice prize for it. And that's the way it influences the way people think about art.
I would have never thought that my work would have been an inspiration for a project of this scale. Gianni and Jeroen contacted me because they wanted to create a huge float based on an interpretation of my work from my own flow theory called The Wind. It's super exciting. I'm just blown away that they took this design and made it, you know, that large, you know, and see the actual process that it takes, you know, this enormous undertaking.
We are the designers for this float. We designed the wind, so we make the wind visible. So you can see here the scale model. But it's not a person, it's just the wind. So when the float passed in the street, you see the wind and you feel the wind and you hear the wind. So you have a lot of dimensions.
The feeling inside the tent was definitely like a beehive, you know? I mean, it felt like I knew they would sleep at night, but it felt to me that it was a 24/7 endeavor. And we were lucky to be able to access and visit all of these other tents working on all of these different designs, different floats, and different approach. And it was absolutely fascinating to experience that.
I had always in my mind to do something with foxes, because I think they're beautiful animals, because they got the long tails and the white and the orange-brown. It contrasts. People should recognize it, but also with a bit of a twist.
You could just build a dragon, but we are not building a dragon. We are creating a story where you are going to find out what it actually is, because we don't really know what kind of beast it is. It's not clearly a dragon. Perhaps it's an amphibia, we don't know. Perhaps it's an old dinosaur that's forgotten, we really don't know. So everything's safe, there's no risk. If we're confident it's going to work, there's nothing going to happen, the public is completely safe.
I want to present a concept, a full concept with sound as well and lights. It has to be a total package, and that's something that I really want to incorporate.
Mijn stresslevel. Ja, de afgelopen 2 weken ben ik eigenlijk letterlijk gewoon dood gegaan. Ik had nog nooit in mijn leven zoveel stress ervaren. Dat komt natuurlijk omdat we een immens complex ontwerp weg wilden zetten. Met heel veel vormgeving.
You build it in this cocoon and it starts growing and growing. And on Sunday, well, I got goosebumps when I talk about it, because when it comes out of the tent, it sees its daylight for the first time, and that's the birth of the float. And then sometimes you say, well, it didn't turn out as we planned it, or you say, well, it looks fantastic.
Yeah, you look at it and it's a beautiful flower, and when it's on a car, on a float, you have beautiful combinations. So you need about 400,000 dahlias per float to have a beautiful Corso.
We have built the last 6 weeks every day, and from the morning, in the afternoon, till in the evening. It can be that we are still pushing until 6 or 7 in the morning on Sunday.
I was amazed to see the sheer proportion of this endeavor, this cohesiveness to create these incredible, amazing pieces of art. The day of the Corso, you could feel the tension. Everyone's work from the whole year was building up to this day. And the scaffold are being taken apart. And for the first time, they get to see the whole design all at once.
Now it's 7 o'clock on the first Sunday of September. It's Corso Sunday.
So you're going to see our float today for the first time.
Yeah, and we're very excited about this part.
We are tired and excited,
Yeah.
but we got something like butterflies here in it.
Just a little bit nervous.
Yeah.
Pretty soon he's going to come out of the tent, and I think they must feel extremely proud of it. And I think in the same time, like every artist, you know, they see more than any other person. At some, you know, they probably say to themselves, "Oh, we should have done this way or this way." That's the plight of the artist. It's going to be an interesting experience to see the reaction of the crowd. It's really a special day because it's a accumulation of all of this incredible effort and teamwork. And I think it's a big learning day for most of the designer, where they can finally have a overall perspective on what they've been working on. The naivety, I think, came from the fact that I didn't realize this entire town is totally, entirely dedicated to building these floats.
We smile and we say this is the World Championship of building Corso floats. Everybody in Zundert wants to be on the moment that their hamlet is the winner. Everybody has to experience that.
It's an incredible amount of tension, I think, for the designers and for the public. You know, then all of a sudden, being in a tribune, you see it from the outside. The scale of these floats is gigantic, incredible engineering underneath it. And for the outside, this incredible attention to details, it's truly, truly remarkable and beautiful. There's going to be a winner, there's going to be a loser. Everyone was anticipating this moment.
Yes, it's very strange, but I'm feeling quite a lot lighter. Very, very good. Yeah, and well,
Has all the hard work paid off?
in this case, yes, very much. Yeah. This is it has been 10 years. We the last time had the big prize, and it tastes fantastic. Okay, bye bye.
Because you know we're all the same. We're in this tent and they're at that tent, but you're doing the same, and you've got the same passion, and you've got the same things in your mind. Then it's over, and well, the winner they celebrate maybe a bit more, but everyone is celebrating. Then it's just one big family. Not only this hamlet, but all the hamlets together.
One of the most important aspects, I think, of creation is failure. Failure is a part of the process. It's just an indicator that one needs to pursue and keep experimenting.
Yeah, it's the first time we did this, so it's difficult the first time, always, I think. It didn't work. So that's the process, so it's part of the game. It's really difficult, but it's gonna be okay. You have to do it again and again and again, and then you will learn, then you will score, then you are proud of it. Now we are not so very proud of the result, but we are proud of the process and the learning process.
Well, there are several things we learned, but the important thing is working like one team. We're not finished with our dream, and the dreams we've got, they are still here.
Watching the destruction was really unique. It was a necessary thing. I mean, it was the archetype of rebirth. They destroy it. Well, it's all very fragile and ephemeral anyways. This is a motivation to work already what's going on to be next year. And that's what creates this continuum and this bonding and this binding sense of continuity throughout the community. I think it's very appropriate that the destruction is so brutally graphic so that, one can move on to the next year project. I see this destruction as an accelerated process of the human condition. As long as we continue creating, thinking about what's going to be next, that's what makes art alive. And channeling this energy into the next project, into the next Corso. Every defeat, every triumph is an opportunity to learn more.
A lot of things are going on everywhere in the world. And these are like kind of blue spots in the world where we're collecting talents and have the passion to do something together. And art is a really nice way to do it. It can be done everywhere.
Ja, dat is heel speciaal. In Zundert is heel veel creativiteit. Het hoort bij de bevolking. Het sociale karakter is heel belangrijk. De social connection voor de buurtschappen.
What I saw in Zundert was, in my mind, absolutely unique. The community is bounded by this Corso. Collaboration pushes the limit of creativity exponentially. Art is community. Art is just what makes us human.
It's just a small village in the south of Holland, and you create this pretty big thing. It's just what we do.
Corso Zundert has a special place in my art that I will always remember.